Hey, my friends. So I've had a thought on my mind because I recently just saw something on Twitter about a right wing protest in Springfield, Ohio, where obviously there's a lot of racist rhetoric going around after Donald Trump's "they're eating the dogs" nonsense that happened during the debate. Firstly, there was something encouraging about this racist protest, which was the fact that there was only about half a dozen of them. So while these views are clearly expressed by a very vocal minority, it is also a tiny minority. And there was a brilliant bit in the video where someone stopped their car to yell at them, and obviously several people were filming them and jeering them as well. The thing that got me though was that these right wing racists were masked, and the fact they couldn't wear a mask during the pandemic made it even funnier. When I say mask, they were wearing full hoodies, so the hoods were up. My hood's quite big. Hoods up, and then they had like balaclava style masks to here and sunglasses. So you couldn't identify any features on their face. Absolutely any features at all. And it just shows how spineless they all are. And we know why they're hiding their faces. They're hiding their faces because there was that Proud Boys march a few years ago in, I want to say Colorado or Columbia or somewhere like that. Might have been Columbia actually rather than Colorado. But yeah, they were marching, and they had the tiki torches, and they were all had their faces out. And the reason they are hiding now is because the people on that march got arrested, they got fined, they got identified. We reported them to their jobs. People lost their jobs because of the reprehensible things that they believed. Things they believed that wish harm on people, wish harm on minorities, that actually cause harm to people. But they don't see it like that. They see it as themselves being victimized because of what they believe. They see like this left-wing cabal of, organizations in the media and government that want to punish them for their views, despite the fact that's clear bullshit. It's like former British Prime Minister Liz Truss was also today saying that she was beaten down by and undermined by a trans cabal. And it's like, if trans people really ran everything, do you really think we'd still be debating things like conversion therapy? Do you not think maybe things like the Gender Recognition Act would have actually gone through? If if trans people and black people and Jews and whatever, if we're the ones running everything, why are people struggling? Why are people the victims of this horrible violence? If trans and LGBT and black and Muslim people are controlling everything to the point that we can cost right-wingers their jobs, why is Trump running for the highest office in the world? Why would we let someone like that get that close to power again? Why would we have let him get to power the first time? The truth is, there is no secret cabal. What it is that the people who are doing these protests are people who don't want to be found out. They don't want to lose their jobs. And the reason they don't want to lose their jobs and be identified is because of who they are. They are police officers, they are hedge fund managers, they're capitalists. They're the sort of people who are in positions of power in the current society, and they know that their positions of power are threatened and undermined by the people that they are protesting against. Because a lot of the people that they are protesting against are getting links between the capitalist system and how that capitalist system is designed to keep us down, to keep the people that they are protesting against down. Immigrants, the disabled, the LGBT, minorities. We are punished and kept down by positions of power that they represent. And that is exactly why they hide their faces, why they are so scared of being identified, because they lose their power, they lose their influence. Like, there was one a while ago on Twitter, basically the exact same thing. It was a march of Proud Boys, again, all in masks, you know, all hiding their faces, all with hoods, all with sunglasses, so you couldn't identify a single one of them, couldn't pick them out of a lineup. All white men. We could easily identify that. They were all white men. But they were just marching down the street, completely uninterrupted. No police presence, no escort, no counter-protest, nothing, right? And someone said, where are the police to try and stop this? It's like, do you ask where Hannah Montana is when... You know, do you ask where Miley Cyrus is when Hannah Montana's on stage? The exact same thing. They are the police. They are the people in power. And they are hiding themselves because we know that. Because the last time they did it unmasked, we've identified them. And we proved that that's who they were. And we cost a lot of people their jobs and their livelihoods and their career and their power. The ones who do this completely unobstructed, the ones who have the courage to stand by their convictions and be openly transphobic, racist, homophobic, Islamophobic, whatever, the ones who have the strength of their convictions to do that barefaced are the ones who have enough money and power that we can't touch them. So that is people like Donald Trump, Elon Musk, J.K. Rowling. Those are the people who do that because we can't impact them at a grassroots level, because they don't tend to answer to people above them. The ones that we can affect, they're the ones that hide their faces. If they do it because they know what they believe is wrong, they know what they're espousing is wrong. Because if it wasn't wrong, they wouldn't fear any recrimination. They wouldn't fear losing their jobs. They would be able to stand there and say exactly what they believe, barefaced. Barefaced, because what they believe is right. Because what they believe, what they swear by is so important, so powerful to them. And so obviously right that they can say it completely barefaced, completely unobstructed. Like I can if I was to say that Black Lives Matter or trans rights are human rights, or that we should free Palestine. You know, those things that I can say because I know that they are morally and ethically right. And I will say them barefaced with my face on show because I believe them and I stand by those beliefs. I believe that we should feed everyone. I believe that we should take care of people. I believe that everyone should have their human rights observed, that we shouldn't take away people's human rights, even those people, even prisoners, even whatever. You know, and I can say all that, and I can say it barefaced and proudly because I believe in it and know it's right. I can say that climate change is real and that, you know, big corporations that are polluting our atmosphere need to be stopped and taxed heavily. You know? Again, I can say these things because it's right. You know, the sort of people who are saying that immigrants don't belong here, that immigrants aren't welcome, that, you know, LGBTQ people are sinful and are going to go to hell, those people are wrong, and they know they're wrong. And that's why they aren't brave enough to say it on, you know, with their open face showing.